remind me of the story of the widow's offering.
Chính là quay ra ba bậc cực bưng bậc cực tập ban mà nào bằng chơi cùng buôn rồi chơi.
You probably know the story. It's about the 2 little copper coins that the widow gave to God as an offering.
Cái mình là họ áp năm hai họ tăng trên nào gọi vì chính là tâm tắc chính là buôn rồi chơi tầm ban bắt này mà cùng chơi đồng chơi này.
Before my father died, he gave me a 2,000-year-old coin. It was the same type of coin.
Tool mà bực cái sách mà phải ra bằng được bằng ăn kepada Brah này cái này tập ban mà Brah cái này.
I had that with me in my room, so I took it out and I took my Bible and I read the story.
Chính là cái sóc Brah này cái này sóc là Brah tung ngay chính cái bôi Brah là Brah tung ngay.
It's in Mark chapter 12, verses 41 through 44.
Tâm rung sebut mari tôi cepat kau pun cepat kau pun cepat.
I'll read that now.
Aku beranak nanti.
And he sat down opposite the treasury and watched the people putting in money into the offering box. Many rich people put in large sums, and a poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which made a penny. And he called his disciples to him and said to them, "Truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the offering box. For they gave out of their wealth, but she gave out of her poverty and has put everything in that she had, all that she has to live on."
Trong pon cepat tu pon cepat lah kada. Brah Yesus ku erle tanah hip Brah tamni Brah Yoda. Ciri oin mà buộc ấp chờ Brah tầm hiệp này ấp phùng rong chờ ấp Brah ciri tu hề của ổn rô khét sai ở ai ciri chờ bèr krap chít tu cô pamri Brah Yesu qual cùng ở mòn ciri lah mà thành bằng nên là này cực lah mà thành mai của ổn rô ở ai chờ chi tầm hiệp Brah ấp lên mà lẽ ngôi cùng ấy Dồn lá lẽ ngôi khăn bằng chờ bước Brah khăn bằng ở mẹ Bịa lá của ôn rô này chờ bước nào bằng ở ai lẽ đưa bằng kia Brah mà bằng của đi.
This didn't give me peace. I was frustrated. I was mad.
Chúng ta đôn cái Brah cấp ôi chúng ta chúng ta ăn cấp nào là bạn đôn mà cấp cái nào chỉ khác thì cái
I was crying out to God and asking, why are we going through this? And he says, here's a passage on offering.
Chúng ta đôn cấp chỉ nuôi chỉ khác ở quanh Brah có cấp mọc nào này bây là quanh Brah bao nào này mà cấp.
And my thought was, haven't we given enough?
Bây là đôn cấp mình này cái ở quanh Brah cấp chơi mà mày họ rèn lại.
I put my whole family in the offering plate to come to synagogue.
Cấp chơi mà lại nát xa cấp mà mày hát tàu đi bọn synagogue này.
Do I need to give more?
Cấp ăn lên đó.
Because I didn't have anything else to give.
Bây là cấp hôm kia để anh cái mày chơi mà mày ó.
I was mad.
Cấp chỉ là cấp chỉ khác này.
And the Lord gently convicted me that this was not the rest of the story. I needed to read the rest of the story.
Bây là Brah qua hỏi chung chọn cấp chính là một cái nông nam lên từ đó ăn mày rác mà lạc nào lên từ đó.
So I immediately thought, well, what happened to the 2 widow's mites, the 2 coins that she put in?
Bây là cấp mình mà apply mà phụ ra bằng chơi Brah này mà mình làm chuyện bằng năm mà apply bằng.
Because maybe God did something so amazing with those 2 coins that it made all that offering worth it.
Mình là như là quanh Brah cứ Brah này được quay lên, thay lên.
We like to have results, don't we?
Mình là áp nâng hay sa nào play mình hay chơi hay sa nào cái chiên nào play đấy thì mình áp nâng hay.
My thought went right to results. It must be in the results. That's what makes it worth it.
Mình là mình là nào play này chỉ nào bước mà kêu.
I was wrong.
Mình là cái bây giờ.
You see, the story about the widow's offering does not stop at the end of chapter 12.
Bây là nào coi khi mà vô drone này một con ông trăng gọi trên bàn nữa.
Everyone stops reading at the end of chapter 12, and that's the story that they know.
เวลาอัพเริ่มจะเป็นคันปังรักตัดตรองจิตแวดโกยจิตแวดและบางช่างเวลาโมกินช่างแล้ว
But the rest of the story is actually found in chapter 13.
เวลาและนำการพรีเนี่ยจึงตามเรื่องโกยจิตแวดนี่
It's in the next verses, chapter 13, verse 1 and 2.
ไอ้จึงละหาตำโกยจิตแวดเราไงเราแวด
So let's read that.
ก็น้องขยัน
And he came out of the temple. One of his disciples said to him, "Look, teacher, what wonderful stones and what wonderful buildings." And Jesus said to him, "Do you see these great buildings? They will not be left here. One stone upon another, every one will be thrown down."
มาร์กอนก็จะไปตามไว้ตามบาลาบาตัวพระเยซูลูกตูวึกงิพระโยดาตัวให้ตามพงอับบอลปังลักอุยห้ามให้ใครนำได้อัดลุกเตะจีรีอัดงิอาแหวกงานพระเยซูละมาฟังหมายซาแลนงอยงิเตะหาปูบือโมราจะเลยอ้อตูมลุมลุกคุตักเลยตูมลุมลุกเองอ้อและงอยลำจะเด
Let me give you some context to help you understand. This is all one story.
อันมาขนาดอันไทยขึ้นถึงแล้วและนายจึงกำลังดูนาวาตรี
So Jesus was at the temple and there was an offering being taken. It was a temple offering.
จึงละฮะเราพลายพระของคุณต่องิพระนายจึงละต่องิพระนายจึงบูต่อคุยช่องเชิญ
The offering was to build the temple.
ต่อช่องเชิญและคันบังแกรงดึงเจงงิพระ
The first temple, Solomon's temple, had been destroyed.
จึงละฮะงิพระเกิดกุกฮารักซาลโมนจึงละคูบุญชราย
And now they were building a second temple.
จึงละคันบังรับบืองิพระตะแบง
It's often called Herod's temple.
จึงละคันบังตาลมหาเฮโรดงิพระเฮโรด
It wasn't built in one day.
งิพระนั้นโมดึงเจงตำตุนาตำโม
They were building that building and the buildings around it.
คันบังดึงเจงงิพระนั้นตำบ้านตัวคันบังดึงเจงงิพระนั้นคันบังดึงเจงงิแหงอะไรนั่นน่ะ
All those buildings were for the worship of God.
และงิเจงคันบังเชิญมาเป็นพระ
So the money that was given there was to go towards buying the stones to build those buildings.
อัพปรักคันบังซอกในจึงละคันบังสักปรักในแกรงดึงเจงรอนลุกแกรงดึงเจงมันพระ
So Jesus is seeing lots of wealthy people put in lots of money.
ปล่อยพระสาอักบุงดงอันเชิญอักปรัก
Maybe it was for God or maybe it was to impress the king Herod.
คือเวลาคันบังมุคิดละคันบังเชิญมาปล่อยพระมาละแกรงอันผู้คิดเอากับจึงเชิญอักเลย
Jesus doesn't say, but what he does say is what the widow gave was more.
เวลาปล่อยพระมาละมาพุงดงเวลาปล่อยพระละมาพุงเอาอายเนี่ย
She puts in just 2 little coins, which is only worth half a penny.
เวลาผู้ดูเนี่ยปักกำลังอันบานลังแต่บานมาหอยตึกนับหอยเนี่ย
That's everything she had.
เวลานับของฉันเนี่ยมาแลกสักจันแลกเดิมบางเห็น
And Jesus says what she gave was immensely valuable.
เวลาใครเวลานับของฉันเนี่ยมาแลกเป็นทำมาแลกเดิมบางเห็นจึงนับไพ่เนี่ย
More valuable than all the treasures that the rich people had given.
ใครเราเลิศมาพุงดงอัพเดิมกันบางตอน
And then immediately they're walking out of the temple.
จึงนั้นตัวแรกกันบางลูกแต่เพื่อเงินประตูเนี่ย
And Jesus' disciple turns to Jesus.
จึงละหามพวกอัลมอนไรบรากิลบางไรบราจึงเลยละ
He looks at all the buildings.
กันบางอุ้ยตำโดนเงินบรากันบางจริงเนี่ย
And he says, "You're right, Jesus. What she gave was valuable."
จึงละหามบางละหามไม่ละนานาที่กันไรบราเดอปูนเชิญเลยจึงละนับไพ่กัน
Because look at the results.
เวลาอันให้สะอาดเดิมพื้นจริงอ่ะ
Look at all these beautiful stones and these magnificent buildings.
ไอ้จึงละอักลุกไว้จึงละเจเต้
Jesus responds to him, "No, you don't understand.
เวลาเยซูละไม่มองคิดหรือเปล่าเนาะ
You see these beautiful stones, this beautiful temple, these magnificent buildings.
ไม่ทราบลุกไว้เจเต้อ่ะ
All of it's about to be destroyed.
และนำได้และนำไปซาบราบุมบราเมื่อไร
There will not be one stone left on top of another.
tâm lẽ nào cũng vừa ra mua khen lúc nó còn cả là lúc anh đầm
And that did happen, by the way.
để là này chừng là nào tắt ngăn
Everything was destroyed.
lại tên giờ tầm nào này chừng là cho lại lại cái gì
When I read that, I was shocked.
tôi cứ bà rắc là này chừng là cực kỳ nào thích cái hơn
We know what happened to the two little coins the widow gave.
hay kích mắt nào play tầm hay chơi và nó tặng này
It went to nothing.
chừng là hay kích chừng là đưa hay chơi này chừng là rót tầm cảm nhé
Everything it went to buy was completely destroyed.
lại rắc khăn bằng chơi cái tự nhiên nghĩ trên này cái nó rai yếu nó rai lại nhé
And yet Jesus had called it immensely valuable.
đây là tầm cảm mà quay Brah bằng lần này
It's so valuable that we have it in God's Word 2,000 years later.
tức thay cái này lại là tình ăn tầm nào Brah đúng rồi
It's a story most of us already knew.
chừng là hàng năm vài quy định của mình là áp lâm hay họ tăng chứ
And I realized the value is not in the results at all.
tăng mà cái sai chừng là nào thay là một kết cái năm chừng cơm nào lại tầm một
It was in the worship of God.
thì là